Welcome to Utah Valley University. I'm Dave Harrison alongside Mike Matthews for tonight's final game in this 5A winners bracket between the West Field Longhorns and the Spanish Fort Dons. Spanish Fort comes in as the top seed, 25-3, but Westfield comes in 24-4, and they've been killing the ball in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think we did the math. 44 runs in their last 3 games.
And Spanish Fort starts off. Caden Lamson, the pitcher, starts off with a strike. And Wyatt Penrod for Westfield, strike 2. So Lamson starts out with a couple of fastballs. See what kind of a strike zone we get this game. We're just outside. Strike 3. Got him swinging.
A good way to start off the game. Caden Lamson spotting up everywhere here, getting a strikeout, first AB.
Be interesting to see how Westfield plays against this top-ranked Spanish Fort team, defending state champs. They're a fantastic baseball program. A lot of young kids on the Westfield side. A couple of sophomores and a freshman starting. Garnett steps in, swings a miss on the first pitch. Caden Lamson's dealing to start. Misses, ball 1. Shadows in the infield and a little bit of sun issue maybe on the left side of the defense.
Yeah, you got to know if you're going to come play this 7 p.m. game and you're going to play third or short left field, you are going to be dealing with some really nasty sun. It's going to be staring you in the face until the sun sets in the west. Something you just know you're going to have to deal with.
2-1, swing and a miss. So 2-2 now to Grady Garnett. Lamson. Low and outside, goes full. Pitch fouled straight back.
And Lamson just challenging these West Field hitters.
Garnett, a senior, batting .446. Swing and a miss.
Two batters up, 2 Ks for Lamson. This is how you want to start off your game in the winners bracket. Sam Smith to the plate now.
Smith, a senior, bats .457. 34 runs batted in. 5 home runs on the year. And first pitch swinging. This has got to be tough for the batter to pick up the ball with these shadows.
Yeah, it's it's something that if you haven't seen it, it's one of the, it may take a little bit of time, but this is where spin and velocity is going to really help a pitcher.
And he dots the inside corner. Strike 2. Smith swings and misses, and Caden Lamson strikes out the side as we start things off at the top of the first inning. 0-0, Spanish Fort coming up next.
Okay, so now he decides to exercise. Yes, this was the best angle.
Life can get a little messy.
No way. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Best day ever.
Some taps create chaos.
No.
Tap Spend gives you 1% cash back when you spend and 2.75% APY when you don't. Tap responsibly. Visit tapbank.com.
And we welcome you back to UCCU Ballpark. We're going to go quickly over the Spanish Fork Dons lineup. Nixon Warren will lead off, followed by Sammy Dart. Trig Clower to follow, the catcher for Spanish Fork. Pratt Morley, Matei Johnson in the 5-hole. Jason Pintar will bat 6th. Cody McLean, followed by Boston Duval, and the 9-hole hitter Cody Cohen Nelson. They'll be going against pitcher Jarrett Hill from Westfield.
Lamson really started off strong. Spanish Fork came out throwing strikes, throwing hard, hitting corners, getting the calls. And you saw the first game or the last game, kind of a tight strike zone. Not a lot of outside, inside corner pitches called for strikes, but so far tonight.
Yeah, and you look at a lot of those strikes that Lamson had, they were challenge pitches. These weren't pitches like on the corners trying to get guys to see it and watch it go by. These were challenge pitches. Guys wanted to come in and swing, and I think he understands Westfield's approach. This is a team that is hitting .430 as a team on this season. This is a team that is meant to score a lot of runs, and sometimes you've got to attack teams like this. Don't let him get deep in counts.
Jarrett Hill starts off against Nixon Warren, the center fielder, batting .418, and first pitch strike. Fastball outside corner. Look, Westfield, they don't play in the region, this tough region that Spanish Fork's in, but boy, 24 wins. You got to do a lot of things right. Line drive caught by a third baseman. Beautiful play there.
Jason Pintar with the grab there.
Sammy Dart, first baseman.
That ball coming out of the shadows. Right at Jason Pintar. Able to stay right behind it, get his eyes behind it, be able to read it all the way to his glove.
And that's kind of just a reaction play there, yeah.
Sometimes are those I feel like are easier than the ones you have to think about.
Yeah. So Dart, the lefty. Looks at ball 2. Pretty good crowd here at Utah Valley University. I'm Dave Harrison. Aside Mike Matthews. A strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Dart with 17 RBI in the year. 6 doubles and 1 home run. Ball 3 high.
Yeah, and if you're Jarrett Hill, you got to have the same kind of mentality, and that is attack these hitters. Let your defense work. Don't fall behind in counts. We've seen it all day long. We could go back and probably count the runs on walks and hit batsmen today. We've seen quite a few.
A whole bunch in the last game for Pleasant Grove. I think 4 guys that were hit by pitch or drew walks scored. So full count, swing, ground ball to first, to Hill, and out number 2.
Yeah, pitcher in me on that one want to see a big old splintered bat, barrel flying out into the infield. He got so jammed on that pitch. Just want to see a broken bat. Metal bats aren't going to typically do that.
Yeah, that's the payoff for a pitcher, breaking a bat, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Trig Clower down. Catcher for Spanish Fork. Hits .405 on the year. Takes ball 1. I think I'm going to bring some Windex tomorrow.
I'm not sure what is that, hard water stains?
I don't know. And a high fly ball to left field.
Tough play Ball's coming, left fielder's coming in, makes the grab. Good job by the left fielder, West Reed, to go in and get that ball.
So 3 up, 3 down. We'll be back with a second inning after this.
Are you ready to unlock your full athletic potential? At Athletic Potential, we specialize in helping baseball and softball athletes conquer pain, recover faster, and achieve peak performance. Whether you're a professional, collegiate, competitive, or recreational athlete, our tailored approach ensures you're stronger, faster, and more resilient. From personalized physical therapy to sport-specific performance training, we guide you every step of the way. Don't let injuries hold you back. Visit athletic-potential.com to schedule your consultation today and take the first step towards your best performance yet.
Quick first inning. Both teams 3 up, 3 down. Caden Lamson struck out the top of the first, struck out the side. So we'll see if he stays hot here as we get to the 4, 5, 6 hitters for Westfield. Coming up for Westfield is Brady Penland. Penland at the plate. Lamson. Strike one.
Another swing and missed.
Yeah, a lot of swing and miss here early. This is just outside of the fastball. Count goes to 1-1. Foul tip, strike two.
Oh, Lamson dealing here. It doesn't help that the ball goes in and out of sun and shade probably 3 times before it gets to the batter.
This misses outside.
It was a great frame by the catcher, Trig Cloward. That ball is about 4 inches outside, and he made it look like it was right on the black.
I made the ball think about it. 2-2 outside. It's the first time he hasn't been around the plate.
Yeah, almost like he's trying to get a swing and miss rather than just going back at and challenging him. He's got more swing and misses with that.
Yeah. So Penland hits .424. And it takes ball 4.
So after 3 straight Ks, strike out the side in the top of the first. A lead-off walk to Westfield in the top of the second.
Marshall Moon hits .427. Pretty much everybody hits .427.
I know.
8 doubles, 5 triples, and a home run. Moon lays down a bunt, third base side, good spot. Play made by Spanish Fork. Now the runner's going to third.
Got
He gets
him.
tagged out. Really strong throw from first baseman Sammy Dart.
Westfield coach not agreeing with the call. What a play that was to get that ball back towards the third base and catch and quick tag to get the runner.
It's a tough play to execute. You got to get back to cover the bag after making the play. I'm not sure if the shortstop got over there. I would imagine maybe it was the shortstop that made the tag.
Yeah, almost running alongside him, having to catch a pass essentially like in football, catch and then a quick tag, knowing that as soon as you catch the ball, that runner is going to be likely diving or sliding.
So Penland's still standing on third base, and they're going to call him out. So after the discussion with the umpires, second out of the inning on the base pass. So a double play there.
Yeah, great job by the Spanish Fork Dons to take care of that and execute on that play. I will tell you, though, Westfield, I really like that idea. Push the limit here, put some pressure on the Dons, make them make plays. You just got to tip your hat at this point.
Yeah, they executed. You know, a lot of times you See these teams forced to throw the ball around, make a missed cue here and there, but they executed really well there. A dart through a dart.
Yeah, and see, I think what we're starting to see is there's a reason some of these higher seed teams in 5A are here, and that's because they are making plays like that. Fundamentally sound teams, when needed, can make a big play.
5-3-6 double play. I don't think you see that very often.
No.
So 2-1 the count. And swing and a miss. Tyke Johnson, the sophomore, at the plate for the Longhorns. Westfield just in their second year. Lamson deals foul ball.
Yeah, I'm not sure where the setup was there, but that pitch needed to be elevated again. Yeah, if he elevates that pitch, there's no way that Tyke Johnson catches up.
Johnson, a sophomore, first baseman. And you're right, gets that elevated pitch. And strikeout number 4. And Spanish Fort comes to the plate at the bottom of the second after these messages.
Tab Bank, home of the Tab Spending Rewards checking account with 2.75% annual percentage yield on your account balance and 1% cashback on eligible purchases. Tap responsibly. Visit tabbank.com to learn more. Member FDIC.
Back here at Utah Valley University, I'm Dave Harrison with Mike Matthews. Bottom of the second inning. Beautiful double play there on a sac bunt attempt by Westfield in the top half of the inning. And Spanish Fork turns a nice double play. So, chance for Spanish Fork now at the plate. Pat Morley, swing and a miss on the first pitch. Still a little bit of trouble with the shadows, I think, but by the end of the inning, it'll be a little bit better. Ooh, handcuffs him with a nice pitch. 0-2 the count.
Yeah. We talked about things you like as a pitcher. First one's just absolutely shattering a bat. The second is making guys swing like that.
Makes you feel like you come back with just about anything. And it looked like he dotted the outside corner, didn't get the call. And
the inside pitcher in me again is now frustrated. That is a perfect pitch. 0-2, painting the black with a breaking ball.
And swing and a foul ball. So staying alive.
Yeah, good job by Pratt Morley here to keep staying alive.
Jared Hill on the mound. Delivers. High and outside. 2-2 now the count. Hill dots the outside corner and gets the call this time. Strike 3 looking.
Another great pitch by Hill, just locating at will right now, moving the ball from left to right in the strike zone. Pratt Morley just unable to make the adjustment.
DH 17, Ty Johnson steps in for the Dons, number 1 ranked team in the state.
Ty yesterday, a fantastic pitching outing.
Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Pretty healthy cut there.
Mm-hmm. And seeing a lot of these cuts here, a lot of these guys aren't getting cheated. I know Westfield's had a lot of swing and misses, but those are hard swings. They are looking to make heavy contact.
Line drive into right center, and Westfield there to make the play. Brady Penland, out number 2.
Yeah, that ball was well struck. Brady Penland on it. First step, exactly in the direction that he wanted, able to chase it down. 2 outs.
Didn't look like he had any problem with the sun. Probably more the left fielder's the one that's going to have issues. So stepping in now, Jason Pintar, third baseman. First pitch high.
Yeah, you can just look out in the left field and see Wes Red out there just shielding his eyes, even just to see that pitch go to home plate. Luckily, the third baseman and shortstop no longer are having to deal with that.
And ball 2 as they appealed to the first base. Check swing.
Westfield fans upset, as you would expect them to be.
Shocker. So Hill. Swing and a miss.
Another healthy hack out of the Dons. You can tell, and no strikes on them. They are looking to put a hurt on a ball.
Hill again. Swing and a miss. So evens the count, 2-2. Two outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Westfield and Spanish Fork. Misses high. Count goes full. Pinter hitting .312. 20 RBI, 6 doubles. And lays off of a tough pitch. Ball 4. Mike, you don't like those outside corner pitches not getting called.
Well, it's an interesting concept. It's something I just recently had a conversation with an umpire about. We were talking about ball clipping the zone. Not being caught where the ball was pitched, but where it clips the zone. And it's hard to tell. And you see it in the balls and strikes now in the major leagues. That's what they're looking at, is where the ball goes through the zone. And it's hard to think that some of these pitches that are being called balls don't actually clip the zone and then end up outside of the zone.
So Hill starts off Cody McLean with the first pitch strike. Pintar on first. Swing. Ball foul down the right side.
And not to be critical of the umpires, he's making good calls. In all honesty, we're getting a pretty fair strike zone across the board today, and it's been good. It's just you look at these pitchers' pitches, and sometimes it's hard not to think that those aren't just absolutely perfect pitches that you would expect to see.
So ball 1 inside. Playing the second baseman. Hitting .355. Swing. Line drive into left field. It's going to get down for a base hit. And Pintar's going to go to third. McLean back to first. Thought about going to second. But a solid line drive base hit there for Spanish Fork. And first base hit of the night. So first and third, 2 outs. And Boston Duvall, the right fielder, comes to the plate to face Jared Hill. Big spot here, 2 outs for Westfield. So we'll see what Spanish Fork does with runners on the corners. Got anything on?
Yeah, he may try to manufacture run, put some pressure, make sure Westfield's going to make a play here.
Nice pitch. Jared Hill with a breaking ball over the plate. Strike 1. Not much of a lead at third. Inside corner, strike 2. Somebody's not happy about that call.
I know.
But you are.
Yeah. I'm smiling, but I'm smiling because I feel like that pitch was It's one of those things. It's a little in, but at the same time, I love that the pitchers are just eating up the corners.
Fly ball to right field, pushes the right fielder back, but he's got room and makes the catch and a huge out. Jared Hill gets the fly ball to right field, and Westfield, Spanish Fork all tied after 2. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to the campus of Utah Valley University, UCCU Ballpark. Spanish Fork and Westfield is top of the 3rd inning, all tied at 0. Good pitching matchup so far. Just the one hit there in the bottom of the 2nd by Spanish Fork. But Westfield able to get out of it with no damage done.
Yeah, you've got Caden Lamson at this point. Of the 6 outs that he's gotten, 4 have come via the K. Another one was a double play in last inning.
So another sophomore for Westfield. Kason Taylor, the shortstop, steps in. Foul ball on the first pitch. He's up there hacking.
Yeah, it's definitely been the approach of both teams, but especially Westfield. Having now watched them yesterday and now watching them today, this is a team that is going out and is going to be aggressive early in the count.
Pitch misses outside, ball 1. You can tell they're a confident hitting team. I mean, they all hit the 400s. They believe they're going to get hits when they get up there. So foul ball, strike 2.
Yeah, I've been pretty impressed with the swings on both the Spanish Fork side and the Westfield side. These are swings not meant to just hope to put a ball in play. These swings are meant to have a purpose of putting a ball in play with something on it.
1-2. And Lamson comes up high and tight. Little chin music.
Something on it, too.
Taylor's thinking about that.
Yeah. As a hitter, this is one of those times where you just got to understand that sometimes that's going to happen. And at this moment, you're going to get another pitch to hit right here.
Curveball in there for a strike.
Freezes him.
5th strikeout of the night for Lamson.
Right field, Andrew Hurst now to the plate.
Lamson's looked really good.
Mm-hmm.
Hitting his spots.
Yeah, the only bit of trouble he's been in is when he walked the leadoff hitter last inning.
First pitch fastball for a strike. Hurst, the right fielder. Curveball, strike 2. No doubter there.
It's the first hitter from Westfield that just looked really uncomfortable. Even though they've been getting outs and striking out, they haven't looked uncomfortable in the box. Hurst on that pitch right there was either fooled or not ready.
Same pitch. Swing and a miss. Lamson with his 6th K. 2 outs now in the top of the 3rd. West Red, a freshman left fielder, steps into the plate. Swing, line drive into the left field, ball into the corner, and a great catch in left field.
Pratt Morley bringing that ball back in.
What a play, because that's, moving away from you, moving towards the line with a left-handed hitter. So 3rd out, and we're tied at 0. We'll be back for the bottom of the 3rd after this.
Welcome back to the UCCU Saving Spotlight.
Today's play of the day goes to Becky, a single mom who just got her son Max a youth debit card from UCCU.
This is a big win for Max, who knows that UCCU mobile banking makes it easy for his mom to add money to his debit card anytime.
It's also a big win for Becky, who knows it also makes it easy to monitor her child's spending anytime. Final score, One happy son, one responsible mom.
With the assist from UCCU.
Well, we all love spending time supporting our high school teams. Waddup's Insurance Agency is the team that will support and help protect you. Whether it's your business, home, rental properties, cars, or recreational vehicles, Waddup's Insurance Agency is the local insurance pro you can count. Call us or text us at 801-683-3663 to evaluate your insurance program.
Bottom of the third, Spanish Fork at the plate. Cohen Nelson, the shortstop, hitting .317. He's a sophomore, so a bunch of young talent in the state this year. You see a bunch of kids on Westfield, but also Spanish Fork. Squares for a bunt, takes a strike.
Yeah, and you got to remember, this is the same Spanish Fork team that came in as a 20 seed last year in 5A and ran the tournament down. It ended up taking the state title.
Strike two. So Jared Hill, well, we've seen a really impressive arm on the Spanish Fork side. Lamson with 6 strikeouts. Hill, pretty good job himself. 0-2 count. Way outside. One, two. Strike three looking.
Yeah, Nelson knew it. As soon as the ball came into the zone, you could just see his shoulders drop. He knew he should have taken a swing of that. Just got to tip your hat and head back to the dugout.
Number 8, West Red, freshman. Speaking of young kids. Left fielder.
I believe Nixon Warren leading out, the leadoff hitter for Spanish Fork.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm looking at the wrong lineup. Line drive, Warren in center field. That'll be in for a base hit. Rounds first.
Yeah,
so Warren, nice swing there.
Yeah, you can definitely tell Warren this is the second time through the lineup. He had an idea of what he was going to see. He guessed right, knew it was coming, and absolutely tattooed it into center field.
I think now that the shadows have all gotten out of the way, there's no sunlight in that infield, it makes it a little bit easier for those guys to pick the ball up as well. So runner on first now, Nixon Warren. And Sammy Dart at the plate. Lefty hitting first baseman. Had a fantastic throw in the first inning, or the second inning. Turned a double play. Swing, line drive into center field. And a base hit. Warren looks to go to third. The throw not in time. So Spanish Fork, runners on first and third.
That's almost an identical placement from the hit from Nixon Warren. Sammy Dart following up with his own single.
Like you said, second time through, they've start to time that up a little bit better. They know what to expect and able to execute a nice swing there. So Trig Cloward, the catcher, steps in. Runners on the corner. See if Spanish Fork does anything. Nothing. Squared to bump, pulled back, ball one. Cloward just a sophomore. Squares again, pulls it back, ball two. Nixon Warren on third. Sammy Dart on first. Both of them with line drives into center field. Trig Cloward can't score the run. And a strike. Wind's still blowing out. We've seen several home runs in the last ball game. Ball's flying out of here today. Glower takes high. Ball 3.
And Trigg here looking to launch something into the outfield, at least maybe a sacrifice fly. And a 3-1 pitch here. He's going to get all he can out of this.
Breaking ball. Cross for a strike. Brings it to full count.
And Hill just matches him with a 3-1 breaking ball for a strike. That's a fantastic 3-1 pitch right there.
You got to have a lot of confidence to throw that 3-1. Fly ball, pop fly actually into shortstop and out number 2. So Hill jams him there. And brings Pratt Morley to the plate. Struck out looking his first time up.
And good job by Westfield there. Good job by Hill to get inside and be able to jam him up. And that's the kind of out you're looking for, either a strikeout or something just in the infield that can't score the run. Now there's a chance to get out of this inning.
Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Pratt Morley, a strikeout victim, looking last time.
Morley's the one that made the fantastic play in left field to end the inning. Hill pops straight up. And Westfield looks like they got a chance at it and a play made. Westfield gets out of it. And at the end of 3, we're all tied up 0-0. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to Utah Valley University. I'm Dave Harrison alongside Mike Matthews. In the winners bracket side of tonight's game, Spanish Fork and Westfield, both of these teams. Actually, Westfield comes in on a 21-game win streak. That's an unbelievable thing to do in baseball. It just doesn't happen. But they got their hands full tonight. Caden Lamson throwing dimes tonight. 6 strikeouts in the first 3 innings. And he faces the top of the lineup. Breaking ball for a strike. So he struck out the top of the first inning. Wyatt was his first victim. All just outside. And Penrod hitting .545 on the season. 48 hits. Fouls this one off left side. 8 home runs. 4 triples and 10 doubles. Leads the team with 47 RBI.
That's pretty good production out of one guy.
Yeah. Lead off. And he takes a breaking ball just inside.
That's a great backdoor pitch right there.
He didn't even flinch. Yeah, really tough pitch. Westfield's still looking for the first hit. Another breaking ball. Must have missed a little bit high. So count goes full. Penrod trying to get on base.
Yeah, that ball looked like it passed just in the upper half, just outside of the zone.
And checked for the first base out. And he calls it a ball. So Penrod on base brings up Grady Garnett. And Garnett hitting .446, 41 hits, 38 RBI. So, you know, these guys can all hit. 4 home runs for Garnett. Lefty steps in and Lamson working from the stretch. Swing, line drive down the left side. That's a base hit. And Westfield, both misplayed and left by Morley. And Westfield moves up to second and third. So Garnett with a line drive single on the left. Misplayed a little bit in left field. So both Penrod and Garnett move up. And Westfield finally got something going offensively. Lamson's been tough.
And the approach had changed. You can see it in these hitters that are now coming through the second half of the lineup. They were swinging the bat hard, trying to make heavy contact, and they made the adjustment now, understanding how Lamson's been pitching them, and now they're just looking to be able to put a barrel out onto the ball, let him provide the power. And Grady right there just poking one down the line. Runners in scoring position now.
Penland in to pinch run. Beauregard out. Sam Smith, DH at the plate. Smith hitting .457. And he hits a line drive through the infield. It's going to score a run. And ball gets away. Garnett's going to score. Smith on his way to third. The throw. Not in time.
Wow. Well, would you look at that? Westfield putting it on.
A couple of hard line drives into left field. That time they threw it around a little bit. Misplay, and Westfield takes advantage. 2-run score. Penrod, Garnett. Sam Smith, the DH at third base. Brady Penland. Center fielder steps in.
You got to remember, those two guys that just got those hits, both struck out and were outmatched. Another hit down into left field. That's going to score Smith. Penrod with a single of his own.
And just like you said, all three guys that struck out in the first inning have all got singles here in the top of the fourth. And a 3-run top of the fourth so far, no outs. Westfield getting to Lamson a little bit.
What adjustments we have seen out of Westfield. The first 3 batters of the game struck out in order. And now what you see is a walk on a great AB by Wyatt Penrod and Garnett with a single. Smith with a single. Now Penrod with a single. And it's a 3-0 ball game in favor of Westfield.
You know, I think there had to have been some effect with those shadows and the sunlight in that first inning because it was really hard to pick things up. And, you know, they timed it up a little bit here in this top of the fourth. So no outs. Runner on first base. And Marshall Moon at the plate. He turns the bunt, lays one down, third baseline foul.
Love this call. 4-hole hitter or 5-hole hitter. You're thinking, okay, everybody's been hit. Oh, let's lay one down.
It's .427. Moon does. Is a senior.
I mean, we still have no outs. I mean, if you're Westfield, you're thinking, let's get another runner in scoring position. Bunt's a good call here.
Line foul ball. Straight back. That was a pretty healthy cut there, too.
Mm-hmm. Just missed it. Nearly a straight back, or fouled it straight back. 0-2 the count. If you're Lamson, you really want to get this punch out right now.
0-2 count. Pitch just inside. Not a bad spot to miss.
No, it's actually a great 0-2 pitch. High and tight to see if you'd get him to chase. No chance he's going to get his hands through on that. He just takes it. Takes it for ball 1.
Penland on first. No outs. Line drive again. Ground ball through the left side of the infield. And that place heating up right there. 4 hits right through the same spot between third and short.
Yeah, 4 straight singles. Had 1 down the line, and everything else has been in the 5-6 hole here. Westfield not trying to do too much, just putting the ball in play. Nobody out in this top half of the 4th inning.
So sophomore Tyke Johnson steps in. Runners Penland and Moon on first and second.
Look for a bunt here again. Not a bad idea. Still nobody out. Get both runners in scoring position. Oh, that ball is smashed into center.
Driven deep, all the way back to the wall. One hops. He's going to second. They're sending him at home. Play at the plate, and he's thrown out. Great relay.
That is a tough read by Westfield. If you could see it in action, that ball is hit high and deep into center. And the runner at second, Penrod, has to get a read on the center fielder, whether or not he is going to catch that ball. He was standing about halfway between second and third and moving his way towards third when the ball hit the turf and got started. That stalled Marshall Moon long enough for a throw to come in and have him get cut down at the plate.
Tyke Johnson with the double. And it's like Moon was the one thrown out at home. So regardless, 5 hits in the inning, 4 runs, and just 1 out. And Lamson, after being dominant the first 3 innings, running into a little bit of trouble here. Pickoff move to second, not in time. So Cason Taylor struck out his first time up, sophomore shortstop. It's 507. 35 hits on the year. These guys could rake. Nice pitch.
Yeah, great pitch there. Just freezing him on the inner half. Got some action in the bullpen for the Spanish Fork Dons, number 34. I'll get you a name here in just a second.
Lamson inside hits him.
It's Tilden Scott.
Cason Taylor on base now. Hit batsman. Andrew Hurst is going to step in. So after mowing down the first 3 innings, Lamson, the hit batter.
The Spanish Fork Dons coaching staff looking down at their bullpen, telling them to hurry up. Let's go. Tilden Scott warming up down there in the Spanish Fork bullpen.
So still just 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. West Field Longhorns coming in on a 21-game winning streak, looking to extend that against the top team in 5A. Lamson just misses.
Yeah, catcher set up outside there. Try.
So 1-0. Hurst with a bouncing ball to shortstop. Looks at short, goes to first, gets the out.
Good pick at first there.
Good job. It's a tough play. Those balls that bounce high off of that turf like that, you've got to get the ball out quick, and he did a nice job there. Cohen Nelson, the shortstop for Spanish Fork. But runners in scoring position, second and third, 2 out. Freshman West Red,
who had an absolute missile on his last at bat to left field, just hauled in by the left fielder for the Spanish Fork Dons.
Yeah, Morley took away extra bases. And Lamson misses inside. Both these teams can score a ton of runs, but we talked about it. Westfield really hits the ball. Lamson, strike 1. So 1-1 evens the count.
Yeah, but you got to think a state tournament like this, 4 runs. We've seen it in 3 games today. 4 runs has not been anywhere close to enough to secure a win.
Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Spanish Fork wants to get out of here. Strand those 2 runners on second and third. See if Red can't come through with the 6th base hit of the inning. Swing and a miss, and strike 3. So Lamson gets a strikeout to end the inning, but not before giving up 5 hits and 4 runs. Westfield on top, 4-0. We'll be back for the bottom of the 4th after this.
Are you ready to unlock your full athletic potential? At Athletic Potential, we specialize in helping baseball and softball athletes conquer pain, recover faster, and achieve peak performance. Whether you're a professional, collegiate, competitive, or recreational athlete, our tailored approach ensures you're stronger, faster, and more resilient. From personalized physical therapy to sport-specific performance training, we guide you every step of the way. Don't let injuries hold you back. Visit athletic-potential.com to schedule your consultation today and take the first step towards your best performance yet.
Ty Johnson in the box for Spanish Fork. Swings and misses on pitch number 1. Dave Harrison alongside Mike Matthews. 5A state baseball tournament. Westfield on top, 4-0. And we'll see if they can convert, if they can put the 0 up. We saw the last game, every time somebody would score, the opponent comes back, scores 3 or 4 or 5 runs, and important for Westfield to come out and get some outs quick.
Yeah, you can't state the importance of that. We've seen it in every game today. If you can just go out and put a big old goose egg up after a 4 spot, the chances of your winning this game go up dramatically.
Johnson swings through a fastball, pushes the count to 2-2, and just the opposite side. Spanish Fork, they need to do something. They've got to get this momentum stopped and force Jarrett Hill to throw some pitches.
That ball's outside. Nice pitch there, hoping to get a chase on the breaking ball. Westfield's catchers, coaches are upset. He looks at his dugout, shows him about a 6-inch gap and says it's outside.
Be quiet, you guys. It was
He's
outside.
like, it was outside.
Delivers outside.
That one's
ball
very
4.
much outside. Oh, first pitch or leadoff walk after a 4 spot. That's a tough thing right there. Good AB by Matej Johnson.
He's gotten out of a little bit of trouble at a 1st and 3rd. 1 out. Got out of it earlier. So Pintar comes to the plate, 3rd baseman for Spanish Fork. I haven't seen a stolen base attempt yet. Johnson's pretty good lead. Pintar, swing, line drive, center field. Caught. Penland with a nice job in center field, backed up. Now wind's blowing out. He got it up in the air, but just enough room out there. Pretty deep straightaway center field here at UVU.
Yeah, we saw it last inning with that hit, that double by Tyke Johnson. He absolutely unloaded on that ball, and it still didn't get to the wall.
Cody McLean at the plate now, 1 out. Hill with a strike. Nice curveball. It's hard to see how much drop he's got on it, but it feels like he's getting quite a bit of drop on that breaking ball. We don't have all the cool measuring devices they do on MLB telecasts, but gets him again there. So
I think it's fair to say that ball's dropping quite a bit based on just that swing alone right there.
Yeah. McLean, a good hitter. Hits 355 on the year. Johnson at first, and McLean steps out. McLean looking to make contact here. 0-2. Doesn't give him anything too good to hit. And he lays off the high fastball.
Yeah, that's an eye level change right there. He's seen 2 balls go down towards the turf. He's accustomed to the low end of the strike zone now. Not a bad idea. Throw something hard and up. Get his eyes up away from the bottom of the strike zone. Come back with that breaking ball.
Hill delivers line drive into right field. McLean comes through. And Johnson will stop at second base. So Runners at first and second for Spanish Fork, 1 out. And coming to the plate, Boston Duvall.
And that pitch by Hill is actually the correct call. It just was left too far up in the zone, allowing McLean to go ahead and hit it into center field there for the base hit.
Yeah, he kind of hung that. You talked about it. He brings the eye level up with that high fastball, hoping to get him down and away, and hung it a little bit. So Duvall, right fielder, steps in for Spanish Fork. 1 out. Jared Hill on the mound for Westfield. Swing and a miss. You know, I heard a lot about Spanish Fork this year. Haven't heard near as much about Westfield, but boy, they sure have shown up here first half of this ball game.
Yeah, they seem to have kind of flown under the radar a little bit.
That happens, I think, with some of the northern Utah teams. You don't have quite the baseball tradition up there, and so especially these guys, second year, and here they are in Spanish Fork, everything you can handle. Hill delivers, ground ball into left field. That's going to score a run.
Spanish Fork answers back. We talked about trying to put up a goose egg if you're Westfield so that the Spanish Fork Dons don't find any sort of momentum. And here we go again. Another team able to come back and get at least 1 run after another team puts a big spot up in the top half of the inning.
So Matai Johnson scores. I think you see the mental toughness of these teams at this level of the tournament at this point. These guys have all won a lot of games, 24, 25 games, almost 50 games between these two teams. So they know how to recover from a bad inning. So we'll see if Spanish Fork can keep it up. Cohen Nelson at the plate. Takes strike 1. And I didn't see if that was a fastball or not. The Duvall hit.
Yeah, it was a breaking ball. It was a good pitch.
So Hill delivers. Foul ball. Straight back. So he's up 0-2 now. 1 out. Spanish Fork has answered with a run, 4-1 now the score. They want to add on more.
Yeah, Cohen Nelson's kicking himself. That was a middle fastball, and he just missed it. You can even see he's pounding his chest, saying, "Come on."
Just outside.
Yeah, again, that pitch is outside. Great spot in regards to Hill, where to put that pitch, hoping for a chase.
Probably want to get something similar here. Definitely not a middle fastball like he threw 0-2.
Oh, he got it.
Middle, drive, left field. Makes the play and left. The runners tags up. Gets to third, so runners on first and third. Kind of a loud out, but he moves the base runner up, 2 down.
Yeah, I still think Cohen Nelson missed that one too. That ball was over the heart of the plate again. He does get a lot of it, but just not quite enough.
Back to the top of the lineup, Nixon Warren. Single last time up. Line drive into right center. So runners on first and third. Penland comes out, makes a call for Westfield.
This is who you want at the plate right here. He's seeing the ball well. That ball's hit hard down the left field line, but foul.
Yeah, he hit that pretty well.
He lined out on an absolute missile right to the third baseman in the top of the first. Or in the bottom of the first, excuse me, and he's hit a single in the third.
Yeah, he hit both of them hard. He hit a line drive. So we'll see. 0-1. And Hill just misses high.
Yeah, and you can tell that Warren is seeing the ball. He read that one right out of the hand. You just see him hold still, know that ball's not going to touch the zone.
Or a 418 hitter. And looks at ball 2. I did miss by much.
Yeah, that one's hard to see. We're a little shielded by the umpire here to be able to see where that ball crosses the plate.
Warren with 3 home runs on the year. Love another one here. Line drive right field and foul.
That's a good pitch by Hill right there. That ball is starting kind of middle away, but almost looked like it kind of was like a cut fastball as it kind of crept towards the outside part of the plate. Reason why Warren ended up fouling it off. Deuce is wild here.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Hill set to deliver. Ground ball through the left side. Going to score another run. So Nixon Warren comes through. McClade scores, and Spanish Fort. 4-2 now the score. Sammy Dart, who's hit the ball hard, comes to the plate with runners on first and second. Felt like a good pitch there. Just able to squeeze it between short and third.
Yep. Yeah, third baseman looked like he might have had a chance at that, but I think the quickness of the turf just got it by him before he was able to make his move.
Breaking ball misses outside. Yeah, you wonder, somebody's got to do a study at some point about the difference between the speed of the ball coming off grass versus off turf.
Well, you know it's got to be faster. You see
Yeah.
infielders are playing about 5 feet behind the cutout, or at least where the turf color changes, right? And they do that because they know they're going to get these hard hops. They're going to be big hops, and if they're playing too far up, it's going to be by them.
Yeah. Yeah, the adjustments you have to make just based on the field turf or grass is interesting, but these kids are pretty adaptable and well coached. 2-0 pitch. Misses outside. So pushes to 3-0. 2 outs.
You want to call there? I know everybody wants to call there. It's a good spot, but from our vantage point, it's difficult to see, but that ball definitely looked a little on the outside edge. A little meeting on the mound here. Pitcher catcher only.
And the coach.
Thanks for picking me up on that one. I didn't know why I didn't want to include the coach as he walks out there.
He's probably not saying anything. So first and second, and it feels like a big spot here. You got 3-0. You know, you load the bases up, 2 outs, force out everywhere, but
yeah, not at this stage of the lineup.
yeah, Dart hits the ball hard enough. You don't want to groove one right down the middle.
Yeah, you know the Spanish Fork team is hungry to climb back in this game and take this lead. You don't want to give their best hitters, their 2, 3, 4 hitters, a chance. Not with runners in scoring or runners on base.
Yeah, the 3-0 catches the outside corner. You got Dart hitting .429. 1 home run. Hill out of the stretch. Foul ball. So battles back, brings it to a full count.
Yeah, you got to think about here, a ball in the gap, even if it's cut off by an outfielder, likely still scores 2 runs with the Dons running on a 3-2 pitch here with 2 outs.
Runners will be in motion. 3-2. Misses outside. Ball 4. So Pratt Morley, left fielder. Excuse me. Trig Cloward, the catcher, steps in. Cloward hits .405. He's got 4 home runs on the year.
He's flied out to left field into the shortstop so far today.
Cloward.
Called strike.
Check swing. Strike 1. So good pitch there from Jarrett Hill. Like you said, you love it as a pitcher when you fool a hitter like that. It's like they're a little off balance. So Hill. Line drive into right field. It's down. It's going to get all the way to the fence. 1 run scores. 2 runs score. And a 3-run double by Trig Cloward puts Spanish Fork on top.
Trig Cloward coming up absolutely clutch for the Spanish Force Dons. A bases clearing double with 2 outs, exactly what they needed. The lead now is Spanish Fork. Then after we saw Westfield put up 4 runs in the top of the 4th, Spanish Fork has stormed back and put a 5 spot on the Westfield Longhorns.
A big hit there. Orton will come in as a pinch runner for Cloward, who's the catcher, and he's in the dugout celebrating. Hill resets, looks to second. And Pratt Morley waits for first pitch. Again, 2 outs. Spanish Fork scored 5 runs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Jarrett Hill delivers outside.
Yeah, we talked about not giving the 2, 3, 4 hitters of the Spanish Fork Dons a chance to be a hero in this game as of right now. Trig Cloward given the opportunity and coming through big.
Nice pitch there from Hill. So the 9th batter of the inning for Spanish Fork, but Ty Johnson started things off, and he's on deck.
Crazy part, we could have said that exact same thing about Westfield in the top half of this inning.
Pop fly behind first base. He can't find it. Second baseman comes over and makes a big play.
Wow.
So Spanish Fork answers 7 hits, 5 runs in the bottom of the 4th. And they lead 5-4. We'll be back after this.
Tab Bank, home of the Tab Spend Rewards checking account with 2.75% annual percentage yield on your account balance and 1% cash back on eligible purchases. Tap responsibly. Visit tabbank.com to learn more. Member FDIC.
I'm back at Utah Valley University. Dave Harrison and Mike Matthews, KSL Sports Rewind, broadcast of the 5A State Baseball Championship. And top-ranked Spanish Fork answers with 5 runs in the bottom of the 4th. See what Westfield brings. So back to the top of the lineup. Wyatt Penrod against Lamson. Lamson catches the outside part of the plate. Strike 1.
A little conversation here, a little cross up. Just making sure everybody's on the same page.
Lamson really dominant first 3 innings, and then gave up 5 runs and 5 hits and 4 runs in the top of the 4th. So see if he settles back into the rhythm he had in the first 3 innings. 1-1 as he misses just outside. Penrod with a single his last at bat. And this is just outside.
Yeah, we were just talking about it this whole day today. I don't think we've seen anything but a crooked number under the number 4 out there on the scoreboard. We've got a 4 and a 5 out there right now.
What looked like started out as a pitcher's duel. But you knew both these teams offensively would wake up. They hit the ball too well. So it's going to be a matter of survival, I think, for the pitching staffs of either of these teams. Ground ball to third. And unable to handle it.
And that right there just shows you that is a turf bounce with turf spin. And you can just see it. It just eats them up just enough that they just don't catch it cleanly in the web of the glove. It hits them in the heel and then pops up and, you know, it normally kind of runs up against their chest. You know, these guys have played on turf before, but when balls are hit this hard and the pressure is on, it's just the reps. They haven't put the reps in to know exactly how these balls are going to hop.
Penrod speed at third base, you've got to field it clean to make the out. So swing and a miss by Garnett. Penrod's reached base 2 times in a row after striking out to start. And Lamson delivers, swing and a miss. It was kind of the first swing and miss that I've seen from Garnett that wasn't timed up really well. It looked like he guessed a little bit, didn't see the ball really well, or did pick up the spin on that. So Lamson, 0-2. Gets him. Throws him with a breaking ball.
That's a great pitch.
They're calling a balk.
Oh, no pitch. Oh, so talk about worse for wear, man. Jeez.
Penrod's down to second. He gets Garnett with a strikeout.
Now that if it's a balk, it's a dead pit. It's a dead ball.
So yeah, Garnett's still at the plate.
Yeah, so talk about a turn of events for your Westfield, and if your favor, and if you're the Dons, exact opposite. You had a strikeout. Now you got a runner at second base, no strikeout.
Counts 1-2 to Garnett, and Penrod at second base. So runner in scoring position. Lamson set. Delivers. Strike 3. No doubter that time.
Yeah, Garnett had 2 chances to swing at a ball and didn't swing at either one. I think we can just tribute that to Lamson just dealing right there.
Second strikeout for Garnett. Brings up Sam Smith, DH, who had a single last time at bat. Ground ball between short and third. So 1 out here in the top of 5. Westfield trying to answer after jumping 4-run lead. They gave up 5 in the bottom of the 4th. Line drive right back of the pitcher, and it gets caught by second base. What a play!
What a play!
Ho, ho, ho.
Saving a run and getting an out. What a play we just saw.
go to McClain. So the ball comes off of Lamson's glove. McClain dives, comes up, makes a fantastic throw, gets the out, saves a run, and 2 outs now on Westfield. Runner at third base. And Padlin was a hard hit ball. Turns into an out. Padlin swings and misses.
Yeah, that is such a big time play. You got to look at what are the consequences would have that been if it was a hit. You'd have a tie ball game right now with 1 out with a runner at first, and instead it's still Spanish Fork holds the lead at 5-4.
Strike 2, and that's a big league play. I mean, he dove, came up, and threw a strike. So 2 outs, 0-2. Lamson looking to get out of the top of the 5th. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And Lamson celebrates as Spanish Fork will get a chance at the bottom of the 5th, leading 5-4. We'll be back after these messages.
While we all love spending time supporting our high school teams, Waddup's Insurance Agency is the team that will support and help protect you. Whether it's your business, home, rental properties, cars, or recreational vehicles, Waddup's Insurance Agency is a local insurance pro you can count on. Call us or text us at 801-683-3663 to evaluate your insurance program.
Back here at Utah Valley University, getting ready for the bottom of the 5th inning. Ty Johnson steps in for Spanish Fork, and a good job that time by Lamson coming out, putting up a 0 for Spanish Fork. So Johnson scored the first run of the game for Spanish Fork. Steps in. He's hitting .258 on the season. Takes ball 1.
Johnson looking to get Spanish Fork started, much like they did last inning. We'll put a few more runs on the board and build this lead.
Hill, strike 1. So 3 quick innings and then a long 4th where we saw 9 runs scored. Hill misses just outside. Looked like he hit his spot.
Yeah, it was outside. Yeah, it's one of those pitches that, you know, as a pitcher, you want to throw it with the hopes that they're going to go swing at it because they're not going to hit it hard. But if they don't, there's a good chance it gets called a ball.
Johnson swings and misses. Good pitch there from Hill. Evens the count at 2-2. 7 hits for Spanish Fork, 5 hits for Westfield. Ball 3, so full count now. And again, we talked about it. Westfield comes in with a 21-game winning streak. Playing with a ton of confidence. Johnson takes ball 4.
Yeah, ball's outside as well.
He feels some momentum from the Spanish Fork crowd. These kids have been really good offensively all season long. So stepping in, number 4, Jason Pinter.
Coach for Westfield, letting the home plate umpire know of maybe some improvements he could be making on some of these calls.
He's helping him out. Pretty awesome of him.
Yeah, lineup change.
Fagan comes in to run.
Fagan comes in to run. Westfield's coach gets an up-close and personal conversation talking about the sub. I'm sure that's all they're talking about.
coached a lot of years of football, and there's some conversations that I had with officials that I don't think people would believe the things that were said. I one time got an official to pick a flag up because I told him my kid had Tourette's after he swore at him a little bit. And he picked the flag up.
Hey.
All right. So Pintar into the batter's box, no outs. Runner on first. Lays down a bunt and foul. Spins it foul. I'd imagine the spin off of bunts are a lot different on the turf as well, because I think sometimes you can get it to die in that dirt.
Mm-hmm.
Probably catches a little bit more on this turf. Anything with some English on it's going to be accentuated a little bit, I would suppose.
Well, and you can see it in the infield play. You know, I always say the third baseman right now is playing even with the third base bag. In my opinion, that's like playing about 3 more steps up if you're playing on grass or dirt.
Yeah, that ball's coming in hot.
I mean, that's
pushes a bunt down the right
full swing
side.
to first, basically.
And the sack bunt gets Johnson over to second base. So Pintar does his job. Yeah, he pushed that one pretty hard down the first base side. So Cody McLean into the box. One out. Runner on second for Spanish Fort. Pitch high and tight. Haven't seen him come high and tight very much tonight. I don't know if he's setting something up here or if that got away a little bit.
Every once in a while, some get away from you.
Fastball for a strike. Good pitch there. Evens things up at 1-1. Clayton had a fantastic play of the field. Line drive into center field. And it's going to drop. Johnson comes around, and he's going to score standing up. And McLean with an RBI single and gives Spanish Fork a 6-4 lead. You're in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Yeah, exactly what coaching staff for Spanish Fork was hoping to happen. Push the runner over to second and sacrifice by Pintar. Set it up for McLean to hit a RBI single. Extend that lead, make it 2.
Boston Duvall, right fielder at the plate. And he hits a line drive. That's in the gap. That's going to score another run all the way from first. Round second and stops. McLean scores. And Spanish Fork's waking the bats up. Duvall with a nice swing on that. Got it all the way to the gap. Scored the runner from first, and we're going to have a timeout on meeting on the mound for Westfield.
Great piece of hitting by Duvall. Single last time, sharply through that 5-6 hole. This time he elevates it, hit it into the gap. Looks like they're going to chase Hill from the game at this point.
Jared Hill gave up 9 hits and 7 runs. Started out 3 straight shutout innings, but gave up 5 and 2. So Westfield's going to bring in a new pitcher. If I can find who number 3.
Yeah, number 3. This looks like Ricardo Rodriguez.
4 and a third for Hill. You know, Westfield's won 21 games in a row, and you know they've been down in games. You know they've been behind, and they've had to rally. I don't know that they've had to rally against a team like Spanish Fork. And Spanish Fork's going to keep the pressure on them offensively. Westfield's got to get out of this inning. See if Rodriguez can come in and throw strikes right off the bat.
That's what he's going to have to do. He's got to get ahead of hitters sooner than right off the bat here. He's had 10 appearances this year, ERA of 5.34. Pitched 19 and 2/3 innings, giving up 22 hits, struck out 21 and 11 walks.
Tough spot to come into, but that's what relief pitchers are required to do, and the mental toughness to be able to come into it. State playoff game in a situation like this, see if Rodriguez can throw some strikes. Cohen Nelson, shortstop, at the plate for Spanish Fork.
If you're Cohen Nelson, you want to jump on this hit parade that your team is on. Welcome Rodriguez into this game.
Nelson calls timeout. So just one down here in the bottom 5. Rodriguez, first pitch, swing. It's hit high. Drives him all the way back to the warning track. Runner tags up and gets to third. Cohen Nelson with a deep fly ball to left field. Just didn't quite get out. Moves the runner up. 2 outs now. And back to the top of the lineup. Nixon Warren.
Good swing there by Nelson. Just got underneath it just a bit.
And he did jump on that first one. Tell he's looking to jump on the hit parade there. So 2 outs. Rodriguez. It's leadoff hitter Nixon Warren. And misses inside.
Nearly hits him. Warren kind of looks back at the home plate umpire and says, "Sure you didn't get me? That was something. I felt like my pant leg may have moved or something with that one."
Warren, a really good hitter. 418. 3 home runs. 11 doubles. 4 triples. 4 triples tells me he can run.
And he would take a single right here if he could drive in this next run.
Foul ball. Evens the count 1-1.
Well, we talked about the importance of putting up a 0 after an inning where your team scores runs. Spanish Fork scores 5 in the bottom of the 4th, puts up a 0 in the 5th, now adds 2 in the bottom of the 5th. And you can feel the pressure now mounting towards Westfield to have to come back and put hits of their own together.
So Rodriguez misses low. 2-1 the count. Runner at third. Cohen Nelson. Curveball. Hit. Line drive into left. That's down. He's looking for 2.
He'll get it.
And he got it.
Standing up.
So an RBI double for Nixon Warren. And he got out of that box quick, and he didn't slow down. He knew he was going 2 from the time he hit the ball. Again, we said based on the 4 triples, he thought he could run, and he got to second easily. So Sammy Dart now, first baseman, steps in. Spanish Fork now with an 8-4 lead. 10 hits on the night. Rodriguez. Dart fouls it straight back.
Well, you got to give it to Rodriguez. Comes in a tough spot. Challenges the Spanish Fork hitters to get hits, and Spanish Fork happens to be up to the challenge right now.
Yeah, you can't afford to come in and throw balls, and Rodriguez just misses outside. Almost looked like he crossed his catcher.
Yeah, he did cross his catcher up. You could see Garnett just kind of look out to Rodriguez and be like, that is not what we talked about.
That's not a 2. Count 1-1, 2 outs. Spanish Fork tries to add to their lead. Straight back. Feels like Dart's not missing that pitch by much.
No, and this is where Rodriguez has got to make a good pitch here to be able to get a punch out.
I don't want to give him anything too good to hit.
No, and
Dart's
Dart
swinging it nice.
Yeah, and he's seeing the zone. He reads the zone really well right now. You want a strikeout here, but it's going to have to be a pitch that's just exactly where you want it.
For Rodriguez, here comes the 1-2. This is low. Not a bad pitch. Don't want to give him anything too good to hit. And in the winner's bracket of the 5A state championship tournament, Spanish Fork, the 1 seed. With an 8-4 lead, Rodriguez swing and a miss, and he gets the strikeout.
That's the pitch that you wanted. Something that's set up on the outer half, make him go a little bit further outside. Got him to chase.
So after 5 full, Spanish Fork leads 8-4. We'll be back after this.
Are you ready to unlock your full athletic potential? At Athletic Potential, we specialize in helping baseball and softball athletes conquer pain, recover faster, and achieve peak performance. Whether you're a professional, collegiate, competitive, or recreational athlete, our tailored approach ensures you're stronger, faster, and more resilient. From personalized physical therapy to sport-specific performance training, we will guide you every step of the way. Don't let injuries hold you back. Visit athletic-potential.com to schedule your consultation today and take the first step towards your best performance yet.
So back here at Utah Valley University, top of the 6th inning, Spanish Fork leads 8-4. They brought in Pratt Morley in relief of Caden Lamson. Lamson, 5 full innings, 5 runs, or 5 hits given up, 4 runs. All those runs there in that 4th inning. So Spanish Fork with a comfortable lead. We'll see if they can't put up another 0 or if this Westfield team can find a way to come back and win their 22nd in a row.
Well, it's a 4-run lead. And again, what would normally feel like a pretty comfortable lead does not feel very comfortable if you're Spanish Fork, knowing the capability of Westfield to swing the bat. They've already put up a 4 spot in this game. And again, we talked about this before. They have scored 44 runs in their last 3 games coming into this game. This is a team that can turn it on and score a lot of runs very quickly.
Marshall Moon steps in for Westfield. Swings a miss. So it's important, I think, here for Morley to come in and just throw strikes. Find the strike zone. And as good as Westfield is at hitting the ball, you've got a 4-run lead. And Morley misses outside. 1-1 the count. And he gets a swing and miss.
Yeah, Morey looks pumped up. He is throwing gas right now.
So Moon steps in. 1-2 is the count. Foul ball. Do it again at 1-2. Again, we've talked about the hitting. Moon, 427 average. Nice pitch.
Mm-hmm.
Freezes him with a breaking ball. Strike 3 looking. So out number 1 here in the top of the 6th for Spanish Fork.
And that's how you start an inning. If you're Pratt Morley coming into this game, 8-4 lead, you challenge the hitter right off the bat, get him strikeout looking. Take it.
So Tyke Johnson, first baseman, sophomore, steps in for Westfield, and we talked about it. A lot of young kids on both of these teams. Tyke takes a strike. He's got a hit in the 4th inning. Morley, swing and a miss. Looked like it caught his hand.
Yeah, almost looked like it hit the bat and his hand.
That hurts.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate because he just got fooled by that pitch too, and that one stings.
See where he spots this next pitch, Morley. If he goes down and away, if it comes back inside again. 0-2 count. And he gasses him. Strike 3.
Now Spanish Fork put up 3 in the bottom half of the 5th. Another 0 here if they can get one more out.
Pat Morley coming in looking like a closer. So at the plate now, Casey Taylor, sophomore shortstop. With 3.3 ERA, 3 saves. So yeah, he's a closer.
Good call. Yeah, you know it when you see it.
Yeah, he's kind of got a little bit of that get business done look, throwing gas.
Yeah, and he definitely could tell he's been in a situation like this before. He didn't come in looking timid. This is a situation that the Dons have placed him in preparation for moments just like this. Even a 4-run lead, it's like I said, it doesn't feel like a 4-run lead. But you bring in a guy like Morley that can slam the door.
Taylor takes strike 1. 2-1 to count. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. Spanish Fork with an 8-4 lead. And Pratt Morley looking strong in relief. Start this 6th inning. And he throws a bender in around the corner. Catches the edge.
Yeah, I mean, you think at this point with Morley, he can throw anything he wants on this pitch. He's located every one of his pitches.
I think we're going to see heat. Nope.
No, bender.
Swing and a miss. Drop 3rd strike, but they get the throw out at first. So Morley comes in, does his job, shuts down the Longhorns, puts a 0 up at the top of the 6th. We'll be back for the bottom of the 6th after this. Welcome back to Utah Valley University. Dave Harrison and Mike Matthews for the bottom of the 6th inning between Spanish Fork and Westfield. Westfield put up 4 in the 4th inning, but a 5 spot and a 3 spot in the 5th and 6th inning for Spanish Fork, giving them an 8-4 lead. So Ricardo Rodriguez is the pitcher for Westlake. Trig Cloward steps in for Spanish Fork, the catcher, and just about gets hit.
Ball goes over the top of his shoulders. Yeah, I don't think Trig Cloward think he's going to have to get out of the way like that. Luckily, he didn't try and turn and bail. He just kind of sat still and ended up going behind him.
Rodriguez misses high, ball 2.
Yeah, he didn't have a feel for that pitch either. Try to guide it in a little bit.
Gets a swing and miss there. So Cloward, 2-1 count. And Spanish Fork comes in 25-3 on the season. Fly ball right field. It's hit deep. Going back. At the wall, goes off his glove. Howard's going to get to third base.
Yeah, and as soon as he hit that ball, he thought he was going to get a chance at a triple, and you saw him absolutely booking it across the diamond and through the base pass there. As soon as the ball ricochets off the right fielder's glove right at the base of the wall, Trigg knew he was going to get 3 on that.
So it's a second triple of the year. And that ball carried and carried. So Pratt Morley now came in relief in the top of the 6th and mowed down Westfield at the plate. Sees strike 1, catches the outside corner.
And looks like they rewarded that with a triple for Trigg.
Yeah, that would have been a tough fight. I mean, he was full on the run. Morley swings and misses. Feels like Morley's going to put one on right here. It's a good swing on the last pitch. 0-2 count. And Rodriguez drills him. So Morley, no outs, runners on first and third, and Rodriguez can have a talk with his coach.
There are people up in Westfield's bullpen. No mention to go get one as of yet. Maybe a little conversation to get a few more pitches in here.
It was a pretty slow walk out there.
Yeah.
He took his time. He wasn't going to pull a hammy.
Yeah.
Breaking it up. So Rodriguez stays in the ball game. And Ty Johnson, it feels like he's had 11 at-bats tonight. He's led off 2 innings. So he's batted 3 straight innings.
Here comes head coach for Westfield, heading back to that home plate umpire. Have a conversation with him.
Oh, the art of killing time.
Yeah. Just checking handwriting.
Oh.
Look, there's the mention for the pitcher in the bullpen.
Right. Baseball coach or softball coach knows the art of delay. Well, Johnson wants to step in and take a hack. Looked like they signaled down to the bullpen for the righty, but
and here it comes right here.
Go. So Rodriguez's night is done on the mound. He'll leave. A couple of base runners on first and third he's responsible for. So we'll see who Westfield brings on.
20, looks like number 20 maybe? I do believe that is number 20 for Westfield.
Clough. Coy Clough, a freshman. Now, this is a spot.
Yeah, coming in to face Matej Johnson. He's flown out to center in his first at bat and then had 2 walks. And if I do recall, those are both good ABs. Not just kind of a 4-pitch variety, but more along the lines of a 5, 6, 7-pitch variety.
Well, Clough, this is only his second appearance. So this is a tough spot for a sophomore. Looks like he's throwing hard. But yeah, Matej Johnson, his last 2 at-bats, has really worked it well. Scored the first run of the game for the Dons. So Matai steps back in.
Runners at first and third, nobody out.
Johnson squares the bunt. Runners off, and he steals second.
Yeah, it looks like Westfield was going to concede that either
Nope.
way. Good call by the Dons. Take away that double play.
So Westfield moves their infield in, cut off the runner at third.
And some confusion. Can't imagine why there's confusion when your second or third appearance of the year happens to be in the winner's bracket game on day 2 of the 5A state tournament in front of a crowd like this.
Maybe talking about responsibilities for the bunt, how they want to play that. Maybe giving him, he's a freshman, he might just be telling him there might be something coming you haven't seen before. So Johnson doesn't square. Strike one.
Good to
Or
see
strike two.
Strike in
one.
there again.
Math is hard. It's late. So Coy Clough, the freshman pitcher, goes to Johnson, who's standing right on the plate. The ball gets away, and that's going to score a run.
Now you can see subtle pressure applied.
Orton, the pinch runner, scored on the pass ball. So Johnson, 2-2 count now. Clough delivers, swing and a miss, strikes him out.
That's a pretty fairly big strikeout for Clough. That's going to boost your confidence right there.
Yeah, freshman coming into a big spot like this.
Yeah, it would have been nice if the wild pitch hadn't happened on the pitch before that. But if you're looking at it from the frame of you got to go get a guy like Matai Johnson out and you do it via strikeout, he'll take that.
So 9-4 the score. Jason Pintar steps in. Coy Clough. Strike one, foul ball.
I like that swing by Pintar. It's one of those approaches you can just see. He was thinking he's going to get a fastball first pitch. Almost like a for sure swing going to happen. Just a little behind that.
Takes strike two right down the middle. Might have caught the bottom part of the zone. So Clough up 0-2 on Pintar, third baseman for the Dons.
And I like the way Clough just challenged Pintar. This is a guy who has hit the ball hard already multiple times this game. Just coming right at him.
0-2 count, one out. And he comes inside.
There's a full send by Clough on that pitch, too.
Pintar got out of the way just in time. Clough. Curveball fouled out. Right side. Do it again. Count 1-2. Again, Spanish Fork was down 4-0 and have since come back and put 9 runs on the board, 5 runs, 3 runs, and 1 here so far in the bottom of the 6th.
Wow, and something that we were looking at in the 4th inning. You could just see the body language of the coaching staff of Spanish Fork.
Ball gets by again, and Spanish Fork gets another free one.
Yeah, back to that fourth inning, you see Westfield put up a 4-spot. They get the third out, and Spanish Fork Dons come running in. And you look at the coaching staff over at Spanish Fork, and they're just high-fiving. I'm like, all right, boys, here we go. We knew this was going to be a battle. We knew this was going to happen, and now it's our turn to respond. You could just tell that it wasn't like oh, no, we're down 4-0. It was like, all right, well, this was the game plan. We knew stuff was like this was going to happen, and the Dons come out and respond with a 5-run
Line drive into right field. Fielder going back and makes the play.
A great play there.
Yeah, you don't win 25 games without coming back from multiple runs down, and you've got a lot of confidence, and you believe in yourself, and you believe in each other. And teams like that, they don't panic down 4. First round of the series, first round of the playoffs, some of those teams, they're going to panic down 4 runs. But you could feel Spanish Fork wasn't too worried. And frankly, until the last 2 runs scored, it felt like, Westfield, and, obviously it's not over, but the Westfield could come back because they've won 21 in a row as well. So it'll be interesting to see how they respond when they get back to the plate. So 2 outs. McLean at the plate. I'm not sure what happened there if he crossed up his catcher again.
Yeah, I think he just caught a ball short hopped off the turf.
Okay.
Probably hit something that didn't have padding on it.
McLean looks at ball 2. So Spanish Fork scored twice on pass balls here in this bottom half of the 6th. Interesting to have the freshman come in. It's only his second appearance. You wonder if maybe they're trying to save some arms.
Well, that may be the case. You roll the dice a little bit with inexperience, but sometimes inexperience, you don't know what you're getting into, and so maybe it works out. You get outs, and then you don't have to go burn a pitcher that's going to have to come back tomorrow and stave off elimination. Unfortunately for the Westfield Longhorns here, we're seeing a bit of the opposite of responses. I'm sure what they were hoping, as the Spanish Fork Dons have put on 2 more runs, and we're still in this inning now with a runner at first.
Duvall steps in after the walk. Strike 1. The other point to be made is that, you said you don't really know what you're going to get, but you have to put the kids in and give them the experience and let them go through some of these difficult situations so that they can draw on that later in their career or later in the tournament. Ball misses low, 1-1. And, he throws hard. For a freshman, he's got some pretty good velocity.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of control that he needs to work out, but he'll be able to learn from this. Gets a strike there. Maybe they called it a ball.
Nah, it was a strike.
That's what I thought, strike. So 1-2. Floyd Clough, the freshman pitcher.
Good piece of hitting there.
Fouled off a good pitch. Spanish Fork looking to add on. They've already had 2 here in this inning. Wall watches one go by.
Ooh. That's a great pitch.
Oh, full count now. 2 outs.
2-2 now. Umpire signaling 2-2.
Okay.
Scoreboard says 3-2.
Yeah, I need
Double checking on both the coaching staff, all asking, making sure they don't send their runner here, thinking 3-2 and it's 2-2.
Yep, good point there. 2-2 the count, 2 outs. Clough against Duvall. Pitch. Line drive into right field, right center. And a single moves the runner over to third. And Duvall comes through again.
Mm-hmm.
I like that he delivers a strike there, though.
Mm-hmm.
Cohen Nelson, 9-hole hitter, shortstop for Spanish Fork. He steps up. Runners on first and third. Last time they were in this spot, they conceded the stolen base. 2 outs. See if they go try and throw them out. So Clough. Duvall on first. Not going. Strike one. Cody McLean on third. Duvall on first.
Oh, what a save by the catcher
Good
in
job
Westfield.
there.
Yeah, that was a diving stab. That ball probably was clipping the outer half of the left-handed batter's box, and somehow he got to it.
One count. This is again outside.
Yeah, both of those last pitches not close. 2-1 count here.
Runner goes. They let him. So Duvall now on second base. Runners on second and third. 2-2's our count. Cohen Nelson. Fouls one off. McCoy Clough, the freshman pitcher, in for Westfield. Delivers, swing another foul ball. Nelson staying alive.
And good job by Cohen here just to keep gnawing at the freshman here until he can get a pitch either to handle or a ball.
Clough. Bouncing ball to shortstop, fielded cleanly, throw across, and in time. So after 6 full innings, Spanish Fork picks up 2 more in the bottom of the 6th. They lead 10-4. We'll be back for the top of 7 after this.
Tab Bank, home of the Tab Spend Rewards checking account with 2.75% annual percentage yield on your account balance and 1% cash back on eligible purchases. Tap responsibly. Visit tabbank.com to learn more. We welcome you back to UCCU Ballpark. Top of the 7th, last chance for Westfield to make a comeback against the Spanish Fork Dons as they Spanish Fork Dons are leading 10-4. They will have to do it with 8, 9, and 1 hitters in their lineup coming to the plate. New pitcher for the Spanish Fork Dons, number 8, Nixon Warren, now on the mound. I believe we have a pinch hitter as well. Number 22 is in the box for Westfield in place of Andrew Hurst.
Bagby. Yeah, swing and a miss.
Warren quickly 0-2.
Bryce Bagby at the plate. Curveball hitting right field. Might be trouble. And it drops in. So Bryce Bagley comes in and picks up a hit off Nixon Warren, who's on the mound now for the Dons. Came in place of Pratt Morley, who had a shutdown top of the 6th inning. So just what Westfield needs, base runners. You've got 6 runs you've got to score. Can't make any stupid outs on the base paths. And another pinch hitter, Luke Penland. Senior lefty. Ball gets away. And Bagsby's going to get up to second base.
Looks like they put Andrew Hurst back in to run for Bagby.
Okay, so Hurst is on second. Penland at the plate. Nixon misses outside and low. 2-0's the count. Again, this is a position you need to just find the strike zone. Force Westfield to hit the ball. And he does. Line drive just over the third baseman's glove. And Westfield's going to get a run down, throw home wide. Westfield scores 1. And the score now 10-5, the 7th hit for Westfield. And Padley comes in and does a nice job. Line drive right over the top of the third baseman, tipped off of his glove. Pintar at third. So Westfield not going away. Back to the top, Wyatt Penrod now, leadoff hitter.
I don't think Westfield knows how to go away.
Yeah. Throw down. Close play, but he's back in time.
Yeah, I love that call by the Spanish Fork Dons. Coaching staff understanding the situation. Westfield just building a little bit of momentum. What a way to just completely extinguish that momentum if you throw him out there in a back pick.
Ball popped up on the infield, second base out. And the right fielder's going to end up with a wind, knocks it down, and falls in safe. And Westfield staying alive. I don't know if he lost it, if it was above the lights, he wasn't able to see it, or the wind maybe moved it, but Spanish Fork unable to come up with a easy out. And here we go again. Westfield. Runners on first and second, no out. Grady Garnett steps in. Lefty on lefty. Foul ball. Looks like there's room. Ball just off the dugout. Strike 1. So Nixon Warren, the lefty reliever for Spanish Fork. Got the 0-1. 5-run lead. But Westfield has won 21 in a row. Garnett fouls one straight back. 0-2.
Good pitch in on the hands of Garnett there.
Yeah, tough to get the bat around in time on that.
Yeah, even though he fouled it straight back, that ball was hit right off his hands.
See what Warren comes back with. 0-2 count. Garnett. Outside.
Catcher initially signaling up. Trigg behind the plate. Trigg Cloward signals up, then sets up outside.
And he hits him. So loads him up. Way ahead in the count there. That's a tough one as a pitcher. So Westfield loads him up. Nixon Warren comes in at the top of the 7th, and he's so far, unable to get an out. 1 run scored already. And bases loaded. Sam Smith, DH at the plate.
Yeah, and this meeting here is just to remind them, hey, everybody look at the scoreboard. It's 10-5. We do have some runs that we can give up. What we can't do is give up a big time run, right? So you'll see outfield that'll probably play a few steps back here, try to stave off a bases clearing, double or so. But even though sometimes a coach will walk out in that situation and say, hey guys, we give up a grand slam, guess what? We're still up by a run.
Yeah.
Just to kind of remember to teach these guys it's okay. Go out there and play loose.
Yeah. And you're willing to trade an out for a run here all day. So first pitch, high and outside. But Warren does need to come in. He does need to throw strikes. Let his defense make some outs. The 1-0 in the dirt. Ball 2. Little pressure starting to mount, it feels like. But, even though the tying run is still in the batter's box, in the on deck circle, Warren needs to find the strike zone here. So 2-0, no outs. Here's the pitch. Swung on and miss.
Yeah, Sam Smith ready for it too, wanting it. Not afraid to take a big-time hack with a 2-0 count.
Smith with 5 home runs on the year. Fouls one off, just gets a piece, 2-2. Top of the 7th here at UVU. I'm Dave Harrison alongside Mike Matthews. 5A state baseball tournament, winner's bracket. Swing and fouled straight back. Smith getting some pretty healthy hacks in. 2-2 now. Bases loaded. Pitch, swung on, fouled straight back again. Feels like he's timed up that fastball pretty well. We'll see if he comes back with another one or if he changes things up and puts one down.
Yeah, if you're Warren here and you're thinking about it, you want to put a pitch that's about 3 inches outside of the zone.
On again, fouled back.
Yeah, I feel like he got away with that one right there. That pitch was middle, and slower, and that's probably the reason Smith didn't just absolutely clobber it. It was looked like about almost 10 miles an hour slower just to get it over the zone. Caught him a little off guard.
2-2 line drive right off the glove of the second baseman. That's going to score at least 1 run. They're sending him home, and 2-run score. Westfield. 10-7 now.
Cody McLean almost coming up with another big-time play. That ball hit sharply right over the top of his head, jumping and just going off the very top of his glove, unable to bring it down. And Westfield still alive in this game.
A really good at-bat there. So that brings up center fielder Brady Penland. And 3 runs in here in the top of the 7th. Still no outs. Nixon Warren on the mound for Spanish Fork. And Spanish Fork needs to get an out here. Tying run at the plate for Westfield. Foul ball.
Great hack there.
Yeah,
You can see these Westfield hitters are accustomed to coming up to the plate and just being ready to hit.
Yeah, that wasn't far from being a gapper. And he hits one. It goes down the line left field. Off the top of the fence. 1 run scores. And Westfield within 2.
Yeah, a really long single again. That ball looping. You don't know if that's going to actually hit the wall, if it's going to get over the wall or be caught at the wall. So Westfield having to play a little bit safe. Sam Smith only able to stay at second, so a long single there. But again, a run driven in. It is 10-8 right now. Westfield threatening nobody out in this inning.
Penland missed tying that up by about 5 feet.
Man.
So now Westfield's put a 4 spot up and still no outs here in the top of the 7th inning. 10-8 our score, Spanish Fork on top. And Marshall Moon, lefty, at the plate.
Yeah, timeout good here by Trigg. Cloward. This is a good call. Get on the same page. Slow the ball game down a little bit for your pitcher. Have a conversation. I remember specifically in being in a similar situation in college and understanding my catcher just comes out, looks at me, and I'm like, hey, what's up? And he looks at me and he's like, nothing. You just look like you're jittery out here. I'm just coming out here to tell you, give you a pat on the butt and head back. And that's exactly what he did. He didn't say anything else. But it worked. It calmed me down.
Changes the tempo up a little bit. Warren with a pitch. Nice one. Gets a swing and miss. Marshall Moon took a good cut there. They're not getting cheated. So again, runners on first and second. 10-8 Spanish Fork with the lead, but still no outs. Here in the top of 7. Pitch misses outside.
Good job by Cloward there to go get that ball. Not allow a free advancement by both these runners in the scoring position, keeping the ball in front. That's a big time play that again just goes unnoticed on a scorecard.
Yeah, keeps the force on. Helps his pitcher out. So Nixon Warren, lefty reliever, still looking for his first out. Just missed that one, fouled it straight back. Marshall Moon was a pretty healthy cut. Again, averages .427. I don't think I've ever seen a high school batting average team-wise as high as this Westfield team. And he gets a hold of one. It goes into the gap.
That's good.
Over the head of the right fielder. It gets all the way to the wall. At least 2 runs are going to score. 2 runs scored, and we are tied up.
What an absolute blast by Moon to the right center gap, one of the deepest parts of this ballpark. And that ball was blasted. Westfield coming into this inning with a seemingly insurmountable lead by the Spanish Fork Dons has now tied it with a 6 spot here in the top of the 7th. Nobody out.
Yeah, nobody told Westfield that a 6-run lead or 6-run deficit in the 7th inning was too much. And we're tied at 10.
They wouldn't have believed you had you said it.
No. Holy cow. Spanish Fork doesn't believe it either. So it looks like they're going to bring in, I think, Morley again. I can't tell. Whoever's in left field looks like he's coming in to throw.
Somebody else on the mound right now has the ball. Looks like they're just rotating him around. We'll get a number for you here on the pitching change. Number 4, I believe, is the new pitcher.
Pintar.
Yeah, Jason Pintar.
So Pintar, this is his third appearance. Pintar's a sophomore. 0.00 ERA, so they're just trying to do anything they can to get it out at this point.
My goodness.
What an incredible comeback by Westfield.
We've seen it all day. This is game 4 of day 2, and I don't think we've seen one game where it's just been a lead and then just a win. It's just been a battle all day long. And what would you expect from a winner's bracket like this with teams like the Spanish Fork Dons and Westfield Longhorns? What a game we have seen here. 10-10, both teams with 12 hits. It has been an offensive day 2 in the 5A tournament.
Yeah, these teams don't know how to lose. Both these teams just have winner mentality, and whatever it takes to get it done, they're going to do. So here we are. Westfield tied it up with a 6 spot in the top of 7. Tyke Johnson, sophomore first baseman at the plate, runner on third.
Don's playing in to cut the runoff.
Pintar, strike 1. That's big. Come in, get that first strike. Be big for him to get an out here.
Oh, something's awry here. Interesting, the home plate umpire walked him out there.
Huh.
I don't want to say he let him out there, but it almost kind of looked like he did.
Like, go tell him this, and I'll make sure you
I know.
just tell him. So Pintar works against Tyke Johnson.
That'll do it.
My
It's going to be too shallow.
fly ball into right field. We'll see if they get the tag. He fakes the tag. Good throw.
Yeah, definitely would have been out there. Just not quite enough on that from Tyke Johnson. I'm sure he's disappointed not being able to drive in that go-ahead run there.
Boston Duvall with a nice play in right. Good throw. So Spanish Fork looks like they're going to stay on the infield. Infielders in. And Casey Taylor, another sophomore, steps in for Westfield. Westfield dugout. Pretty pumped. Line drive into right, into left field. It's down. And Westfield takes the lead.
Unbelievable.
Casey Taylor's single.
What?
Left field.
What guts from the Westfield Longhorns right here to come in and know you're going to have to put up a 6 spot to tie, and you put up a 7 spot, have 1 out still, and take the lead from the defending champions.
So Casey Taylor drives in the 11th run, the 13th hit for Westfield, and Andrew Hurst now in the batter's box.
He led the inning off.
So Pintar misses with the first. Yeah, Hurst started things off here in this 7th inning. Pitch high. Ball 2.
And you had a sense, as soon as you get a single out of Hurst, it was Bagby back then because they
That's
you
right.
had
They
the
pinch
hit.
hit
And you
for him.
get 2 pinch hit and get both runners on. You think, hey, maybe. And here we are.
Yeah, we talked about it. You just got to get guys on base. Don't make any stupid outs on the base pass. And now, 9 batters later, they've got an 11-10 lead. What a ball game. And ball 3. Oh, he got it.
That was a great pitch by Jason Pintar. Kind of stepping across or throwing across his body. Paint that on the outside corner.
So Hurst steps out. Casey Taylor on first base. Hurst watches ball 3. Kind of stepped out of the box even before the pitch was delivered.
Yeah, that seemed a bit odd and where he stepped right there.
So Pintar, the second pitcher here in the 9th inning for Spanish Fork. Boy, Pratt Morley looks so good in that 6th inning. I thought maybe they'd keep him in there. Instead, they brought Warren in. And now Pintar with a pitch, foul ball. Stay 2-2.
Yeah, I believe, I'm not sure Warren recorded an out in this top of the 7th.
So Pintar looks in, gets the call.
Strike 3.
Strike 3.
Yeah, that is 100% a strike by Hurst. Don't look back to the umpire all you want there. You've got to be hacking there.
Yeah, his back foot dropped straight away from the plate. He wasn't swinging at that. And so Pintar does a good job, comes in, gets 2 outs. And at the plate.
This is back to your West Red.
Oh, West Red, left fielder. Swing and a miss.
Big swing there.
So Spanish Fork trying to get out of this inning now, just down 1. Start of the 7th, it was 10-4 Spanish Fork, and Westfield came storming back. Pintar, strike 2.
If Pintar can get a punch out right here, that's going to go a long way for some momentum shift for the Dons heading into the dugout in the bottom of the 7.
Be interesting to see the body language in the dugout after this. And a foul ball. Go back to 0-2. What a comeback by the West Field Longhorns. They've won 21 games in a row. Came into this 24-4, excuse me. Fly ball into left field, and Spanish Fork gets out of it. So 7 run in the top of the 7th. Westfield takes the 11-10 lead. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to Utah Valley University. Bottom of the 7th inning, Westfield leads Spanish Fork 11-10 after putting a 7 spot on the board at the top of the inning. And Marshall Moon on the mound now for Westfield.
He's going to try and close it out here for Westfield. He's going to have his hands full. 1, 2, 3 coming up for the Spanish Fork Dons. And this is going to be a tall order to get it done. However, this has been a game of improbabilities. We didn't think we would see a 7-run spot for Westfield to take the lead in the top of the 7th. Here we go.
And again, so Spanish Fork comes in as the top seed in 5A, defending state champions. Westfield comes in on a 21-game win streak. And here we go, top of the 7th, or bottom of the 7th. And first pitch is high. The Moon misses just a little bit high. Nixon Warren at the plate. Looks at second straight ball.
You can tell Moon is hyped. Both those balls are high velocity, but located high. Good call by the coaching staff there. Let's throw a little breaking ball, kind of bring the velo down, get a feel for another pitch.
Boom. Swing and a miss this time. Warren swung through a fastball there. 2-2's the count. This first batter is important for both teams. Spanish Fork really needs him on. Westfield can get it out here. That'd be a big start for them. The Moon delivers. Fly ball into center. Westfield's there. Out number 1. So Moon got Nixon Warren to pop out. Sammy Dart hits 429.
Yeah, if Dart can get on, that's going to bring Trig Clower to the plate, who has been decimating Westfield all day long.
Dart's got speed. He fouls off the first pitch. So Moon gets up 0-1. That was big out for Westfield to get Warren lead off. Strike 2. And the Westfield dugout and stands are pretty pumped up. What an improbable comeback this would be.
Oh, down the line.
Base hit down the line. Dart's looking for 2. He's going to throw. Not in time. The Spanish Fort with the tying run on second base.
Gutsy base running by Sammy Dart, knowing he has speed. Coming up, throwing is the left fielder for Westfield, just not in time. The speed too much. The tying run now at second base, and Trig Cloward coming to the plate.
So Sammy Dart does a nice job. Pulls a ground ball down the left field line and stretches into a double. So tying run on second base, Trig Cloward. Moon delivers. Ground ball. Shortstop. Short hops it.
Good
Nice play.
Great
Gets
play
the
by
out.
the shortstop, taking a really hard hop off of the turf and getting the job done. The
Okay.
tying run is 90 feet away with 2 outs.
Cason Taylor does a nice job with that short hop. Makes the play, gets the out. Pratt Morley getting a talk from his coach. Telling him, just do what you do. You've been in this position 100 times. Find some grass. Hit one hard somewhere.
Yeah, he walks up to him, and you know it. He can look right him in the eyes and say, hey, this is your moment right here. This is
Morley-
your moment.
Morley, a junior, hits 350, 4 home runs on the year. So now some discussion. Home plate umpire and the Westfield coach. So he's making the mound visit. Comes out to talk to Moon.
Yeah, I think this is a good mound visit. I mean, I don't know if there's probably a bad mound visit, but I don't think we're going to see one at this stage in the 5A state tournament with these kind of caliber of teams. This is a talk about to your team. Hey, boys, look, we got 2 outs. We've made plays like this all day long. Let's just go get one more. And that's all it really needs to be. Just kind of slowing the game down for each one of them, understanding what they need to do here.
Any chance we see? No, we're not going to see a bump.
Yeah, 4-hole hitter. Pratt Morley's been swinging.
Foul
Good
ball.
hack right off the bat.
Yeah, he knows he's a hitter. There's no doubt about that confidence. So Morley, 0-1 now. Moon in the stretch. Ball low.
Oh, man, it just can't go down without more drama, can it?
Well, nothing's easy. 1-1 is the count. 2 outs. Westfield. Moon misses inside with a curveball. That's a nice pitch.
2 straight pitches that were right on the edge of the zone.
So Morley, hitters count, 2-1. And Ball 3. You probably don't want to give him anything too juicy to hit. Curveball for a strike. Gutsy pitch there. 3-2. A full count, 2 outs. Tying runner on third base, Pratt Morley. Against Boone. And Boone gets the strikeout, and the West Field Longhorns win their 22nd straight and upset the number 1 seed Spanish Fort Dons 11-10 with an unbelievable 7 runs in the top of the 7th inning.
What an improbable comeback we just saw. The defending state champion Dons just unable to hold off these Westfield Longhorns. Unbelievable. 7-run top of the 7th inning. Just when we thought the Longhorns were done, they come back and win it 11-10. What a nightcap we had tonight.
Fantastic ball game. So I wouldn't be surprised to see these two teams again a little bit later in the tournament. Westfield wins their 22nd straight. They stay in the winner's bracket. Spanish Fort is going to have to play early tomorrow to defend their state championship. So for me, Dave Harrison, Mike Matthews, Vincent Francis here at Utah Valley University, Westfield with the upset comeback win, 11-10 over Spanish Fort. So we appreciate you joining us, and we will see you guys tomorrow night.